Welcome to twoquestions.tv. Today I'm talking about why you should not wait to think about exit and succession planning. Welcome to twoquestions.tv. I'm Susan Baroncini-Moe. As an executive coach who works with business owners who want to be prepared for anything, exit and succession planning are almost always an important part of our conversations. One thing I do find is that business owners tend to like to wait to think about exit planning until they're ready. The challenge is that exits and succession don't always happen when you're ready. I like to think of exit planning sort of like insurance. You have it there so that when something happens, you're prepared. The thing a lot of business owners don't realize is that exit planning and succession planning, it takes time. You don't want to make these decisions as an emergency or on the fly. They really need to be well thought out because these kinds of decisions have far-reaching long-term consequences. So you really want to make sure you've thought through everything. Plus, once you've decided what happens to your business, if and when something happens to you, there are lots of steps between decision and execution. For example, if you've decided to sell your business, you may need to focus your attention on growing the business for a while. One thing I've seen happen is that exit planning gets forced by market conditions. The industry changes and shifts, and if you don't see it happening and act soon enough, you could easily lose a lot of money that you could be making if you got out sooner. But you can't do that if you're not prepared, and you can't be prepared if you haven't been planning. If you've already thought through the process, you're in a much better position when the industry starts to change so you can get out and make maximum profit before it's too late. It's interesting and telling, I think, that business owners who don't plan for exit and succession also seem to be the same folks who aren't doing much estate planning. So let me tell you what all this looks like. Let's play this out. Let's say you don't make decisions about your business and who it should go to, who should lead it, or if it should be sold, and if so, how. And let's say something happens to you. First, depending on your state laws about spousal inheritance, your ownership may become fractured, meaning if you have a spouse and children, your ownership of your business ultimately will become split amongst them. If this happens, none of your employees will really know who the boss is. And in most cases where the business owner hasn't done a lot of exit or succession planning, the business really struggles and often does not survive long. Plus, when family members are co-owners of a business, they often fight amongst themselves. I've seen families get torn apart by exactly this kind of thing. Exit planning is a way of looking out for your family. It's a way of taking care of them. It's a way of looking ahead to the future, having those painful thoughts and those painful discussions and making those painful decisions and looking out for the best interests of your business and your family. Another thing that can happen if something happens to you and you haven't done proper exit and succession planning is you may have someone assume command of your business who's neither prepared to lead nor understands the direction you wanted the company to go in. This becomes another problem because a leader who isn't prepared to lead can lead the company directly into the dirt. Now look, I work with business owners. I understand you. In most cases, you've built a business with your blood, your sweat, your tears. You've worked hard and you've sacrificed often for a lifetime. And because you either put off exit and succession planning until you were ready, or because you just didn't want to think about it, your business stands a good chance of falling apart and going out of business as a result. If you were faced with any other business decision, you would never deliberately make a decision with that kind of result. And yet, if you're not thinking about exit planning now, you're making the decision all the same. Even if you're not ready to leave your business now, the truth is none of us knows when something might happen. None of us can predict car accidents, heart attacks, strokes, any of these sudden moments where something happens to us through no fault of our own. And in that way, I think of exit and succession planning just like I do life insurance. If you have life insurance, then you understand this concept. So why don't you have life insurance for your business? Because it has a different name, because it's hard, because you have to have difficult conversations or think about painful things? It's fair. Nobody wants to think about their own demise or something happening to them. But if you don't think about it, what do you think happens if something does happen to you? Exit planning isn't for when you're ready. It's called planning for a reason. It's for before you're ready. So who do you talk to about your exit planning? Well, it's a good question. And the wrong answer could cause you a lot of trouble and heartache. So let's go through the options. You can talk to a business broker. Now, they're going to have a dog in the fight. Their interest will be in helping you to sell your business. That's how they make money. An investment advisor may want you to sell for the short-term win that they're going to get for investing your profits, or they may want you not to sell because you basically represent a lifelong annuity for them as long as you're investing with them. Your attorney may not have the experience necessary to help you navigate the decision-making process, and your accountant might be useful in terms of the tax consequences, but not the actual decision-making. Your family members will all have an interest in who gets what, and also may find it very difficult to have the conversations with you. Nobody wants to think about something bad happening to you. So that's why I recommend that you hire a company who has coaches who are trained to guide you through the difficult decisions with greater ease and less discomfort. Having someone who has nothing to gain if you make one decision over the other, who can listen and help you come to decisions that are in the best interests of you, your family, and your business without anything to gain in the process, is an indispensable resource as you navigate the next steps of your business. It's also incredibly useful to plan out the future with someone like this. Most of my clients who sell their businesses get bored after a couple of months of playing golf, and they want to do something else, something that's meaningful. They want to do something with purpose. So it's useful to plan that out too, and to know what you're going to do with your time when you're ready to leave your business. My company's mission is to help business owners make sure you've thought through the next steps in your business so that you and your family and your employees rest easy knowing that your plan is in place. Don't wait to make the decisions until it's too late. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.